Hello. Today we're going to be solving 4 problems from the homework. So let's get started. First of all, this question is asking us to find the inverse of this function. And so to do that, first of all, I'm going to, instead of f of x equals the function, I'm going to rewrite it to y equals 4x plus 6x minus 6. So there it's like a little more clear. So in order to find the inverse function, we have to switch around the y and the x. So to do that, let me just erase this so I have more room. We're going to do, instead of y equals, we're going to do x equals 4y plus 4 over 6y, minus 6. Okay, and then, so we just go ahead and solve for x, and that will give us our inverse function. So first of all, I'm going to decide to factor out 2 because, as you can see, 2 goes into all of these numbers evenly. So that will leave us with 2y plus 2 over 3y minus 2. And then, so now I'm going to factor out the numerator and the denominator by going to parentheses y plus 1, and then 3 parentheses y minus 1. And that will so we're basically factoring out 2 and 3 from the numerator and the denominator. So don't forget we have our x equals right here. So what I'm going to do is multiply the denominator by the denominator. And that will cancel out. Multiply this by the denominator. And so we're left with 3y minus 1, x equals 2y plus 2. Okay, so now we're going to factor out the y, and we're going to do this, actually, wait, no, we're going to simplify, So we're just going to distribute. This would be 3xy equals, 3xy minus 3x equals 2y plus 2. Now is here where we factor out the y. So, we go ahead, 3x minus 2, factor out the y, equals 2, I'm cutting into here, 2 plus, what is it? I'm getting confused here. 2 plus 3x, because we're going to move that to the other side. And then we're going to go ahead, divide this. 3x minus 2. So then that would become y. We have y isolated now. So that would be 2 plus 3x all over 3x plus 2. And that is our final answer to this question. Okay, so I have more room. I'm gonna go ahead and erase all of this. Okay, our second question, convert the angle -2 pi over 3 from radians to degrees. Okay, so the formula for this to convert radians to degrees, I believe is, so it's the number of radians, so we would go we have 2 pi over 3 radians times 180 degrees all over pi. Okay. So immediately I can see that we can cancel out the pi. Go ahead and do that. So that would be -2/3 times 180 degrees. Go ahead and put a 1 over there. And then we can also factor the 3 out, so that would go away. This would become, so -2 times 60 degrees. -2 times 60 is -120. Then we have our degrees symbol, so -2 pi over 3 radians is equal to -120 degrees. Okay. Moving on to our third question. So, if tangent of theta equals 24/7. Okay, so we just have to figure out these following functions. So tangent tangent equals opposite over adjacent. So I already know that opposite equals 24 and adjacent equals 7. And now I just need to find hypotenuse. So in order to do this, we do the Pythagorean, it's called the Pythagorean theorem. Just a squared, or opposite squared plus adjacent squared equals hypotenuse squared. So we would just do 24 squared plus 7 squared equals the h squared. Okay, 24 squared, get my calculator. 576 plus 7 squared, 49, equals hypotenuse squared. 576 plus 49 is 625. Equals hypotenuse squared. We take the square root of that to get the final answer. Square root of 625 is, looks like it's going to be 25. So the hypotenuse is 25, but that's not our final answer. Still have to figure out the remaining functions. So, okay. So we know that sine is opposite over hypotenuse. And so we have opposite 24 over 25. 24 over 25. And then cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So that would give us 7 over 25. Secant is, I think it's hypotenuse over adjacent, so that would be 25 over 7. And those are our answers. Okay, on to the very last question. So evaluate and simplify the difference quotient of this function. So the formula for this is going to be f x plus h minus f of x all over h. So we already have f of x right here. We need to find f of h, which is pretty simple. f of x of h, basically just gonna replace x with x plus h, which would be 4 parentheses x plus h plus 6. Alright, let's go ahead and plug this into our formula. So do a big parentheses here. 4x plus h plus 6 minus 4 parentheses x plus 6 all over h. So let's go ahead and simplify this. Oops, I messed up right here. Oops. It's supposed to be h. Okay. So that would be 4x plus 4h plus 6 minus 4x plus 6. And then we can distribute the negative sign right here, right there, all over h. So let's combine like terms. 4x minus 4x, those are going to cancel out. 6 minus 6, those are going to cancel out. So then we're left with 4h, and then h's cancel out, and our final answer, it looks like it's going to be 4. And that is how you solve the difference quotient. So thank you for watching.